What's up, everyone? This is Sweaty Zeus continuing our playthrough of Elden Ring. We just took out Margit and felled our first great enemy. We're ready to move on to Stormvale, but first I'm going to take on the last couple catacombs, show you how to find them, and make sure we've got all the important content down here knocked out so that we really don't have any reason to backtrack. So, if you're ready to move on, you're not really interested in some of the side stuff, you can go ahead and jump to the next one. This video should end pretty smoothly with the end of this area. And like I said, we knocked out Margit. Just a quick note, you have 2 slots now for your talismans. Just be sure you're utilizing them, and in case you forgot, that is there to for you to equip, something else you found other than what you've mainly been using. So, we're gonna head like we're going to a guild earlier. So we've already cleared all of that. We're gonna go back in here where we picked up the Reduvia much earlier. If you remember, back then, that's where we met Yura, and he helped us with the invasion. Very beginning. Might have been like a second or third video. We're going to meet an old favorite. If you've played any of the prior Souls games, you probably know who this is. You don't even really have to, have seen this area. Like, if you've played any Souls game and you just say an old favorite, pretty sure people know who you mean. It's pretty much just one recurring character. Minor character, but well-loved one. For some odd reason. I'm going to put just a couple into Faith, and you'll see why a little later. Mainly right now, just to make sure you've got whatever weapon you're wanting to use. You've got your stats squared away, or you're at least working to. And you really want to get your, in my opinion, even if you're two-handed in this weapon, just go ahead and try whenever you can to get the stats at least where you can one-hand if you need to. Because there'll be times you'll probably want to throw on a shield for certain types of enemies, and you can roll most of the game instead of trying to block, but there are areas that'll be a little easier. That's what we're trying to do here, trying to play smart, not hard. Alright, so it looks like an empty boss arena. Just go open this chest and things will get started from there.
Well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief! The gods demand repentance! Cough up your coin! All of it! Wait, please! I surrender!
Like, just totally ripped through his health bar. He'll ask for you to let up. Just don't kill him.
I knew you would.
If you let up for a few seconds, he'll go back into talking.
Well, what do you know? How I took you for a demi-human, an innocent water.
I'll ask if you want to forgive and forget.
Just I'm
I would select that.
only for now. In exchange for
Give you access to just continuing quests, which will go
don't forget to
pretty good ways through the game. I'll tell you to come back next time. So you can go ahead and warp out. You also gain access to a merchant if you don't kill him. So that's another reason I wouldn't. Anytime you can get a merchant, in my opinion, it's always good to take advantage of that because, you know, there's usually some pretty good items hidden in there amongst some junk sometimes.
Well, nice of you to drop. All a bit ad hoc, but and welcome where you won't need it.
Well, once you leave and come back, you can sell to him like normal, and also buy from him. He's got stone swords. Be sure to get his cookbook. And other than that, there's not much here I want. If you want multiplayer, grab these. These are cool for rune farming if you want to do that. And other than that, if you want to buy a stone sword key, it's kind of expensive, but we'll probably need all the ones we find.
Forgot something on your shopping. No.
Ah, damn, we still don't have enough. That's alright. We can find a couple of things we're probably not going to use. Never going to use those. We need a few more. There we go. First another stone sword. Okay. He's got ballista bolts too, and great arrows, although they're a little pricey. Alright, well we got what we need there, so go ahead and mark that off. And we've got another, and we've got a lot of caves left actually. I'm going to go up here. You can do this next through the rest of the video, any of these in any order. They're not really all that, different as far as difficulty. So if you're struggling on a boss or anything on one, just go to the next one and then come back. That's the key to the game. If you ever get frustrated, just move on to your next chore and come back. And whatever you're trying will be much, much easier once you come back. It's amazing how just a couple levels get you through. And another thing I wanted to say about this game is I knew that was going to happen. The boss encounters, honestly, are kind of about like surviving as much as, beating the boss. You want to be able to kind of feel like sometimes you just get through by the skin of your teeth. You're not necessarily like setting the world on fire against the boss, but we haven't hit this camp yet either, so just want to grab these few items that are in here. Nothing too important, but a nice little starting shield. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of times in this game, and if it happens to you every time you survive a boss, that's probably what most people experience. They don't get down on yourself. So you'll see the road here continues straight across. If you just hug the left, there's a little path that goes up here to this plateau, and then right on the wall is Death Touch Catacombs. Pretty sure this one has a another death route. So if you're pursuing the Beast Clergyman, um, Beast Incantations, quest, then be sure to come up this way. There's only like, a few in the game. I mean, there's not dozens. I think there might be like, exactly, maybe 8 or so death routes throughout the game. So you're gonna need to get most of them if you wanna get all the incantations. There's a little club wart tucked back there. Another thing too is I like to use the camera a lot more than some people. I hear people complain about the camera, but I'm always hot swinging it around 90% of the time. You can just, try to fight the enemies if you want, but getting good at managing the camera makes it all a lot easier. I usually rest my right thumb on the right stick if I need to, track the camera different ways to see what I'm looking at. I thought there was a skeleton up here, but maybe got them in the last area. Give me 1 second. That's why you level vigor, boys. I'm just kidding. You'll see we picked up the Uchi. Really good weapon. If you're doing a samurai build, you'll have 2 now. Which, that's the only one you'll get in the game. As far as just picking it up as the game plays. Be sure to slap those bone piles. Nothing's worse than thinking you down the skeleton and then it sneaks up and backstabs you while you're dealing with another. We got shot right in the face. Alright, make sure you got enough FP to use your summon if you want to. These guys are interesting. Lore-wise, they're the ones that killed Godfrey, was it? I get all of the god names mixed up. Godfrey, Godric, there's a Godric later on. So, kind of all blend together for this old man. Yeah, here's your death root. Always make sure and grab these root resin. I didn't pay attention to those before, but they're a key ingredient for crafting grease that goes on your weapon, which, in my opinion, you can never have too much of. There's another one knocked out. 15 minutes in, we already done 2 catacombs. Alright, so we're just going to loot through this area. There's a couple of minor things. Thought one of these golems got up, but maybe I'm mistaken. That there he is. This guy should be a joke at this point. It was one hit. Go ahead and hit me. I know you're gonna try to dodge it. There he goes. There's a talisman. It's a good one for horseback, especially if you ever are struggling with like a field boss where you're gonna be riding horseback. When you throw that on, it increases your attack power while mounted combat. Alright, so that's it for that area. Be sure to take out the eagles too. I know you can. Whoa, no. I know you can craft arrows without them. But when you get their feathers for fletchings, allows you to equip arrows that are fletch, and they'll do much more damage at distance, substantially more. You'll see a noticeable difference. So usually when they're bunched up on cliffs like that, I like to just drag across. I always get at least 2 of them if you don't fall off like me. So you may have heard Alexander calling to us by now. He's the pot boy. But there's a way up over here. There it is. Just hug the right path. Again, same as here, we're just going to the right side now.
Hello? Can you hear me?
There he is.
I'm stuck. Hello? Oh, I am peace. Just give me
I'll ask you to give him a whack and to knock him out. Just hold R2 and smack him.
Oh, that's... well,
I'll give you a real crappy reward and tell you he'll be heading to a festival in the east at Redmane Castle. If we want to go, we'll see him there. So, just so you know, think I mentioned it earlier, but Redmane's interesting because it's, I don't know if I'd call it a legacy dungeon, but it kind of is like the legacy dungeon for Caleb. It feels more like the castle we did down south in Weeping Peninsula, you know, with the grafted great sword at the end. Anyways, that castle is gonna have like a kind of scripted event. It's gonna happen, I don't know, maybe another, about as long as we've played, maybe not that far ahead again, another 10% of the game in, maybe 15. Anyways, they're something will happen there, and then it'll go from being a kind of like a dungeon type experience to just a hub area where there's more NPCs and stuff. So if you do want to run through, and especially there's a strength weapon there, it's supposed to be one of the better sword weapons in the game. If you're interested in that, go there before you finish Liurnia and move north, either through the secret pathway or the lift, which I'll cover both, so don't worry. Oopsie. Let him do his slam thing. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, actually there is. It's another cave, of course. Limgrave is absolutely just loaded with the caves. Which is cool. That's not a complaint. I know it probably sounded like one, but I love all the, you know, kind of side content. That's what makes this game so big. Like, if none of that was there, it you know, basically be like Dark Souls with a big open area between the levels. The dungeons are fun, in my opinion. Some of them are, and they'll scale up as you go forward. I know they seem, well, I shouldn't say that. If you're new, they may not seem easy, but if you've really picked up to things, they'll start feeling easy once you're finishing this area. You'll start feeling a lot more comfortable. Make sure there's nothing else over here. I don't think there is. We're going to drop down in the, so that's a little encampment we went through earlier by the gate front. And there's a grave slick right over here. Right there. Alright, so there's another spirit spring here. We're just going to try to jump on it. You just have to get close. And if you miss, remember you got a double jump, so use your second one to like kind of angle toward it. There's our buddy here.
Just joining the fray. Well, I'm Yura, tarnished. You stay the path. Just remember, don't let your emotion. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet.
Well, how he always tells you to leave. If you try to keep talking to him, he's like, "Get out of here." If you want, you can kill him. He's got really cool armor. Unfortunately, you won't get that till later. A lot later. Maybe like 3 limb graves from now. But he's got really, 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 really good sword. One of the best katanas in the game. It's like double the length of the regular Uchi katana. Did I not? I can't remember if I did this one. I didn't think I grabbed the grace, but apparently I did. Yeah, we already did this one, I think. Yeah. Okay. There's more though. It's still not a mistake coming down here. What is down here, but over this way. Took me forever to find this next cave. There was a, I don't know if any of y'all saw, if anybody in the comments of this watched the Red Bull pre-release event they did for Elden Ring, like, I think it was like a day before, where they had all these, you know, supposedly pro players that coming on and kind of messing around with PvP and PvE, which PvE is what we're playing now. This, you know, the game. PvP is obviously when you're, you know, playing against other players. But there was this cave that someone had told them about the location from the network tests, and it was funny because they got like, I forget how long they had to play, but it was like an hour or something. And this dude spent his entire time trying to find this cave. Like, it was so hard to find. And it was like, I don't know, like, you know when you watch someone struggle with something, you're like, come on, man, like, it can't be that hard. And it took me, I don't know, like 2 hours to figure out how to get to this cave. Because it looks like it should be a progression of, there's another cookbook. It looks like it should be a progression of that ravine we were in, you know, just a second ago. But it's like, I'll show you when we get there, but there's like a gap almost between them. I hate these dudes. Oh shit, he got away. We're still not at 30 minutes. Alright, so we're just gonna walk off right here. Be sure to note the difference. And be sure to hit that before we move on. Church of America, very important. But be sure to notice the difference between jump and then pushing forward. You just kind of barely move. And then like a running jump, like this. You're kind of getting going and then jumping. It'll help you with platforming. So I should have let you know there's a giant bear here, along with a ton of doggos, and they'll fight each other. So if you want to hang back and go for the victor, you can. Smithing stone. But again, if you've leveled like I have, and you're like level 30 now, none of this should intimidate you. Like, that's what makes it hard, is when you can only sustain a couple hits before dying. You can see that bear and the wolves were just kind of wailing on us, and it didn't take but, you know, like a quarter of our health. Kind of does nothing really. Gives you time to grab a flask, but you know, if you've only got one hit in between. You can see how I'm using the Ash of War. I'm going to time it like right before. You can use it however, but it works well if you try to time it like right before the enemy attacks, when they have like, you know, big wind-up attacks. And then you can, your guy kind of disappears away. And then after they finish their attack and they're recovering, you can hit your follow-up input, and then you'll swing in and do another attack. All the while, you know, avoiding the damage. I love like hitting 2 of them in a row because I'm a kid. We're just heading for the same area we were just in, so you know, if you're wanting to warp there, you can. You don't have to follow this path. But there's just a couple items I was wanting to make sure I grabbed. Little areas I hit. Nothing major. There'll be a pumpkin head on the bridge. Plus you gotta grab them graces, you know? So I got enough. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. So I think I'm gonna try to get that for 12. Once you get 10, you can use your seal, and then you should be able to use some of the base incantations at that point. There's like a heal, which is good, you know, if you ever run out of flasks. That's a really good option if, especially use a couple for like magic. Then you can, you know, rely on your FP more. So the caver one to hit is right there. And if you look, this looks like it just, you know, continues through here. But if you remember, we just rode to Murkwater and it was a dead end. So I was trying to find a way down there forever. What's this? I've never seen this merchant.
Are you here as a customer?
Yeah. I never found this merchant. My prior playthroughs. Or my prior playthrough. I'm on another one. I'm doing one kind of concurrently with this and just playing a little ahead, so I have memory of everything and where items are located and such. So I'm just grabbing a bunch of arrows for sometimes when I've got a odd number of runes left, or you know, like an amount I really can't do anything with. Instead of just losing it when I die next time, I'll go ahead and get arrows because they're just inexpensive. And you can never have too many. Damn it, dude. Let me get up. He's like a joke now. I was hoping he'd drop his flail. I can never get that. It seems like a really rare drop. So we're gonna try to aim for the Spirit Spring. Jump. Again, you don't have to be perfect, just get in the near area. So this is where, over here where this ravine starts. And if you look down, that's where we just fought the bear. So we could have cut through this way, here. But but it's, you can see it's kind of covered by trees and easy to miss. But yeah, it took me forever to figure out how to get over here. And it seems like so obvious when you watch me do it, but yeah, trust me, it's not obvious. So I was thinking there was something up here, but maybe not. Nope, just a big old waste of time. There's a turtleneck. Alright, so we're right where this little valley meets the ocean-like area. And your cave will be over here on the left if you're running north. Highroad Cave. This is the one this dude spent 2 hours trying to find. I was like, just watching him on live stream, like, and then someone kept coming in with like a printed out map, like trying to draw it for him, and he still couldn't find it. I feels you, bro. Happened to me too. I can't remember what the reward is in here. I know it's the talisman, but watch out for that hole. There's 2 doggos up here. Nothing really of value, just moss. So fall strategically. So you don't hurt them knees. Guess that one's a dead end. So there's gonna be a bunch of bats in here and water areas where you can like drown, so just be careful. There's some areas that look like you should be able to walk on them, but you can disappear into a sinkhole and never be hurt again because you're wearing armor, and you know armor doesn't float. So this looks like a fake wall, but it's not. I hate when there's a divergent path and you like try to guess which way is the you're really trying to guess which way is the dead end, so you can, well, me anyways, so you can knock it out first and then continue on. So it's funny, I always pick the wrong path. There's your Statue of America. Just follow the path over here. Drop down. There you go. Or walking jump, I guess. I was thinking there was one of those stupid singing women bats in here, but I guess not. There's a gold rune, don't miss that. Don't be sure not to miss those 14 runes per kill for the octopus. So you're gonna need to drop down here. It's really tough to tell, but just drop right over. You run out at all, you'll fall into the depths, never to be recovered again. So if you have a bow here, you go ahead and take some of these guys out, and you can use your L2 if you want. Especially if you're low on arrows, in my opinion, that always works well. Should one-shot these guys if you've invested at all. Alright, so we're gonna do a jump here. Jump again. Jump again. Shamashir. I can't remember if we ever get another one of those. Looks like you need to run over that way, but I'm pretty sure this just takes us there. This one kind of sucks. I would do a non-running, non-holding circle, or whatever your roll run is, just forward walk. Because I think you'll probably overshoot it. Okay, there's nothing up there. Those guys are dead. Damn, that's a big boy. Not big enough though. You can see there we got the critical. His hull will glow orange if he wants you to stick it inside. I guess he doesn't want you to stick it inside, but he makes himself available for you to stick it inside. Alright, so there's the area I was talking about earlier. Just drop off. Go through the waterfall. Into the boss room. Grab the fireflies if you want. And then go dunk on this easy ass boss. I just killed one just like it upstairs in the field. You can see that time I didn't do much damage. Reason because my FP was empty. So, you know, it still works, but it's not very effective. Okay. Blue Dancer. Okay, that's where I got this one. Okay, so this one can be cool if you like to light roll. You know, if you like to run kind of naked boy, and use low carry weight. Some people do because it, you know, it increases your agility, and you'll be able to outmaneuver opponents PvP and stuff. You'll get a boost to your attack power. Now, can't see anything else we missed. Which I knew we missed that one. That is by far the hardest one in this area. Alright, well that will be it. That'll be the last one for us, and then we're ready to move on. Look how that worked out. Well, we don't know yet. I haven't been able to. It's a pretty tough opponent. It might take me more than 15 minutes worth of tries. I doubt it, but only because, you know, the amount of time I've been playing. Went ahead and got. You have no idea how big a +5 weapon is right now. Like, if we hadn't gone ahead, we'd be having like maybe a +1. Don't forget there's a golden seed in there. If you talk to the Roderica in there, she's the girl that ends up at Round Table Spirit Tuning. When she leaves, she'll leave a golden seed. So I always have to put a waypoint on this one. It's kind of feels weird to find. I always think it's gonna be more over that way. And when I say that, it's not because I've played through 100 times. Is I've tried to ride to this area 100 times. There's no warp here, so first playthrough I would come here and die and get pissed and leave, and come here and die and get pissed and leave. And again, I've been playing these games for, a while. So, alright. Just going through. You can take as much time in this part as you want, so no rush. Just getting rid of some of our alright. If you can, I would probably use whatever greases you got sitting around at this point. Just run straight forward to the purple and try to get in and attack. So this is going to be a roll fest. You're going to have to roll away a lot. And he's going to stomp, which will stagger you. You're really just going to have to learn his pattern. And then when you do, he starts doing this. So roll towards him when he does it. He'll do that. You can see what makes him so difficult is he closes so much distance so fast. We're dead. No. We got another hit. Ooh. So I like to roll with him. I got hit that time. Shit. He'll start doing a double tail whip too. You can see we avoided it that time with the God. These are difficult for real. I walked right into that. We're gonna get you though, bro. Go to sleep. So that was our first Crucible night. And you can see, give me a little challenge. Every one of those you'll kill throughout the game are gonna feel like they're tough. Honestly, he's there for, I'd say most people aren't gonna be able to beat him until they go ahead a ways and then come back. I'm talking like another 20 levels and coming back. So don't get your feelings hurt if you can't beat them. It's nothing to be upset about. Okie doke. I'm getting a sore throat. Alright, so we're back here at the castle. Could go ahead and cut this one off, but just real quick, I'm just going to address this. Go talk to this dude.
It's tightly got.
I'll tell you, the main gate is held by hardened old hands, and tell you you're better to go out the side over there, up the mountain. You can tell him you'll use the gate. It doesn't matter what you tell him. But if you tell him you'll use the gate, he'll open it for you. Which there's a couple items there. It takes forever too. But we're probably not going to come back this way this far, so I like to try to grab these here. You can make it, but it's like a roll fest the whole way. 100. I don't know why I thought that one was a 12. Alright, guys. So I'll end it here. It's a good, good place. We'll head up into the castle in the next one. And it'll probably take us a full episode to explore the castle, if not more. It is huge. And then you'll get to your next big roadblock, which is going to be Godric, who is the lord of all of Limgrave and this castle, and your first demigod, so to speak, in the game lore. So, without any further ado, I'm going to end this one, and thanks for watching, guys. We've come a long way if you've been following, so hang in there. You're doing good work. keep marking what you've completed and going back and finding what you can. And actually, we've got one more area in here, but it's kind of advanced as far as difficulty. So, but I'll cover it soon. You don't have to do it. It's nothing super important. But it's the one that was hidden at the very beginning where we started. So I'm gonna go get something to drink. Hopefully my throat feels better. And y'all have a good day. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.